Entrepreneur and social media personality Ari Fletcher has evolved big time over the years. Hold up, and that might still be an understatement. All you have to do is pull up a few throwback photos next to her current ones and listen to this. It's basically a full-on transformation reveal without even trying. The shift isn't subtle, it's not gradual, and you definitely can't just scroll past it without doing a double take. And to Ari's credit, she hasn't really been moving in silence about it either. She's kept it pretty real about several of her procedures and even let fans peek into parts of her recovery journey. So buckle up, here's the breakdown of Ari's confirmed cosmetic work, plus a few things the internet is quietly side-eyeing. But before we get all the way into other people's booties, don't forget to grab you something to snack on over at rgsnacks.com. That's our online concession spot, loaded with applewood smoked bacon jerky, freeze-dried treats, and butter toffee peanuts. If New Face Who Dis was a real person, you won't believe this. It would easily be Ari. Just compare her teen and early 20s photos to now, and it's like you're staring at two completely different people. We're talking about a transformation so wild, it's got folks asking, Harpo, who is this woman now, bestie? And yeah, that color purple reference still hits. Her facial structure looks completely different, auntie, with fuller cheeks, brand new teeth, a slimmer looking nose, and even a shift in her overall complexion. Whether we're talking face or body, let's be real, Ari has clearly had some help along the way. Or better yet, help everywhere. Here, there, and everywhere, okay? While she's been open about certain parts of her journey, there are still a few procedures she hasn't claimed that seem pretty obvious to internet detectives. But listen, we get it. Not everybody wants their entire business out in the streets, even if the results are speaking loud and clear. Just when you think you've heard it all in the world of cosmetic surgery, Ari popped out and had everybody Googling like their life depended on it. Back in September 2020, she went live on Instagram and revealed she had a chest augmentation revision. Now that by itself isn't shocking, but here's where it gets wild. The way the procedure was done. She explained that she had something called an internal bra placed inside her chest. Excuse me? An internal what? Because yeah, that was my first time hearing about it too. The procedure involves inserting a silicone sheet between the skin and chest tissue to give support, basically like a built-in bra cup. And if that doesn't already sound like a lot, it's secured with silk threads that are literally anchored into the rib cage using titanium screws. And yes, it sounds intense because it is intense. Now you gotta ask yourself, why go that far though? Even years later, she admitted she didn't fully understand what the procedure actually involved when she agreed to it. Fans were stunned, confused, and listen to this, low-key worried too. A lot of people said they would never even think about doing something like that, while others were stuck on the fact that she actually went through with it. And hold up, it got even crazier, because the procedure wasn't FDA approved at the time and still isn't. Ari herself admitted this surgery hit different and was way more painful than anything she dealt with before. And even years later, she still calls it the most painful experience of her life. Now, while she loves showing off the body, she makes sure that smile hits just as hard. Her veneers have become a signature part of her look, and trust me, she's put serious money into keeping them flawless. In 2022, she flew out to Colombia to redo her veneers after first getting them done back in 2017. She even posted clips of the whole process on Instagram and kept talking about how incredible everything felt. But you already know, the internet had opinions ready. Some people hyped up her perfect smile, while others said it looked a little too perfect to be real. People always got something to say. And yeah, I'm people too, don't play. Some folks even started questioning the tools used during the procedure, while others pointed out that her smile looked overly gummy. By 2023, it was clear Ari was fed up with people constantly coming for her surgically enhanced face. As her cheeks started giving Jigsaw vibes from the Saw movies, she felt like she had to step in and defend herself. I heard that loud and clear. She hopped on live and explained that she actually likes certain features about herself, including her smaller eyes, something she once felt insecure about. But in trying to defend herself, she stirred up even more backlash by using an Asian slur to describe her eye shape. At the same time, she started critiquing her own features again, especially her nose. She said it was too wide, but followed it up by saying she wouldn't change it because it would throw off her whole face. Still, that didn't stop her from mentioning the idea of getting a liquid nose job, which is basically a temporary tweak using fillers. Then, when a fan pointed out that her face looked swollen, oh, she was heated. The comments kept coming, and even rapper Ka joined in, calling her apple head and apple stop sign face, and yeah, it got messy. Everybody had jokes about Ari and her surgeries, but let me ask you this, did that slow her down? Not at all, not even a little bit. Not only does Ari talk openly about surgery she's already had, but she also shares what she's planning next. In 2023, she jumped on Instagram stories mid-workout and started talking about snatching her waist even more. She said she was getting a stage 3 faja taken into a double XS at the waist and was about to wear a 3XS. Now hold up, what does that even mean? Like seriously, somebody translate that, because what are we talking about here? For those confused, a faja is basically a compression garment worn after procedures like lipo or BBL to shape and mold the body. And in Ari's case, she was planning a waist reduction surgery, which comes with plenty of horror stories involving disfigurement and even internal damage. Not long after, she posted a photo showing off her figure with the caption, "I worked hard for this." And while she probably did put in effort, the internet was quick to remind her that her surgeon might have been grinding just as hard. I mean, they didn't lie. Ari's whole mindset when it comes to enhancements seems to be more is more, and her lips made that crystal clear. In 2024, she went online showing off her lip fillers and fully embraced the look. She admitted she didn't have much to begin with, so in her eyes, this was a major upgrade. Some fans supported her, but others started feeling like it was getting a bit excessive. People said her lips were too big, didn't look right, and that she'd look better natural, basically telling her to chill on the procedures. One person even compared her to Thomas the Train, and yeah, not in a nice way. I'm not even gonna lie, that comparison was wild, but I kinda see it. But if you thought Ari cared, you'd be wrong. She made it clear she loved her lips and had zero plans of dissolving them. In fact, she said it was non-negotiable and that she'd keep getting them done whenever she felt like it. And one thing about Ari, when she says she's doing something, she stands on it. Now here's where things start to get a little confusing. Despite all the visible changes, Ari went online and claimed she's never had surgery on her face. She even pointed out that she still has the same nose and hasn't touched Botox. So we just gonna sit here and pretend we don't see what we see? Like really? Just hop online and say anything with a straight face? All right then, all right.
According to her auntie, listen to this. The reason she looks different is because she stopped wearing wigs. She really think we that slow, huh? Wigs don't reshape your whole face, girl, be serious. And while she said it loud and confident, the internet was not buying it at all. Folks immediately brought up how she previously admitted to chin lipo, which clearly counts as facial work. In that same clip, Ari also mentioned wanting lipo on her stomach and back because being that girl requires upkeep. Now hold up, what happened to the gym though? All them hours you claim you was putting in just vanished? So gyms just disappeared overnight or what? I'm confused, seriously. But anyway, as the criticism kept piling up, Ari doubled down hard in 2025. In another video, she made it clear she didn't care what anybody had to say about her old face, saying the only thing people really missed was her not having lips, and she stood 10 toes down on keeping her fillers. She made it clear she's never going back, no matter what anyone says, and dissolving them isn't even on the table. In her eyes, it's a permanent glow up, and she's not reversing nothing. She even said once the fillers start fading, she's right back in the chair to get them redone. And at this point, nobody was even surprised anymore. One thing Ari still shuts down completely is the idea that she got a BBL. During a live, she explained that while she didn't enhance her backside directly, she did get lipo on her stomach and legs, which made her shape pop more. While she keeps saying she's happy and secure with all her decisions, some people are starting to wonder if there's something deeper going on. Because let's be real, if you're truly that content, are you putting yourself through this level of pain and this many procedures, some of which are straight up risky? Procedures that could potentially impact your health and even your child. Some people who go through repeated surgeries can develop an addiction. According to the Addiction Center, plastic surgery addiction is considered a behavioral disorder where someone constantly seeks procedures to change their appearance. There's a psychological cycle that can form when someone keeps going back for more work. It stops being about fixing one thing and starts becoming about chasing a feeling. The moment one flaw is handled, another one pops up, and the cycle just keeps going. And hold up, how is she even funding all this? She can't be making that much off club appearances alone, right? Or is Moneybag Yo covering the tab? I got questions, and I need answers for real. Because how is all this getting paid for? Now, this doesn't automatically mean something is wrong, but it definitely raises eyebrows, especially when the procedures keep stacking up. We're not saying this directly applies to Ari, but when someone goes through this many changes, people are naturally going to question the end goal, especially when your looks are tied directly to your brand, your money, and how the public sees you. At the end of the day, Ari says she's happy, and that's her truth. But when the upkeep starts sounding like a full-time job and the procedures sound like something out of a medical thriller, it's fair to ask if these upgrades are bringing peace or just keeping her stuck in a risky cycle. At some point, it stops feeling like a glow-up and starts looking like an endless renovation project. And baby, if your face getting more updates than an iPhone, it might be time to pause and book a therapy session instead. I know that's right. Still, we wish Ari well and hope she finds real happiness, whether it's on or off the operating table. Now, bestie, you ain't have to go that far. Whew, that was messy. Messy, messy, messy. Lord have mercy. If you enjoyed this video, drop your thoughts below. And as always, thanks for watching. R to the R to the G.